What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to a new video on the channel. Welcome to a kind of a weird video. I feel like I'm saying welcome to a weird video kind of often now because it's always something strange and out of the norm that pops up on the channel. Regardless, in today's video I'm going to try and do a couple of drag builds. That's what the whole video is going to be about. AR12, a fellow YouTuber, is doing, or I was going to say is hosting, which he technically is hosting a competition. A drag competition with a bunch of different types of rules. You can probably go to his channel and check it out. Pretty sure by the time this video is up, it's either live or I don't know. But I don't really know how this thing actually works. But go to his channel, you'll probably find out a lot more about the competition than what I know. I just know some of the rules of this competition. So, again, some of the rules of this, which kind of make the most sense or kind of matter. Obviously, a bunch of cars are kind of banned, so you can't really use them. But the car has to be at A-Class 750. You can use any engines, you can use any tires. Any car that's like higher, or I guess newer, sorry, than 1980s as well. Because once we go down into the lower cars than like before 1980s, you're gonna be able to do some really interesting things and really crazy things with some of the cars. So, like, I've been messing around with like the Scout and just to see what it's like. And obviously this is 1970s, so obviously this thing wouldn't be allowed in that competition at all. Regardless, I was just messing around with it just to see what sort of time this thing can get, because we all know how good the Scout is for a bunch of different types of events in this game. So, like I said, in today's video, I want to just try and see if I can build something interesting. Shout out to Dom for bringing this into my Discord and getting my attention. A bunch of people are trying it. I don't think anybody from my Discord is actually going to take part in it. Like the sweaty nerds from my Discord is what I'm trying to say. Because obviously these guys, you know, have builds on top of builds on top of builds. Like these guys know how to tune cars properly in this game. So I don't know if these competitive people from my Discord are actually going to try it. So what do we have here? Like I said, banned cars. We have all electric cars. We can't have any of those. Obviously, there's a bunch of different cars that we can't actually use. All cars have to be post 1980s. The AutoZam is banned. The Lambo GTR, the Pro Stock Camaro, like some of these are like put in as jokes. McLaren F1 is banned. Supras are all banned. Ferrari F40s are all banned. And then that's it. There's no prizes for it, apparently, so it's just for content, I guess. And for people to play his quarter-mile map, most likely. But yeah, pretty much that is it. So what I've seen people use in my Discord is this thing, this van, the Vandura, or however you want to pronounce this thing. This is the van that I've seen the people in my Discord use, and they're getting some like seriously fast times with this thing. I'm gonna try it, I think, in like slightly later on. I'm gonna give this thing a shot just to see what it's capable of. I don't know if having drag tires is actually gonna be a thing for this, but we'll probably see. So the thing is, though, with these, right, it's gonna be D-Class, or it has to be D-Class, and then it needs to have like really low horsepower and a lot of weight. And I don't think that there's many cars in this game right now that you can do the same thing with, right? Like, even if I like pick the Hummer, for example, does it just jump it up into S1? Surely not, right? Unless, like, it's already an S1 for a lot of these, like all-wheel drive. I wonder if the van is rear-wheel drive. I'm pretty sure the van is rear-wheel drive. So yeah, like I said, I've been messing around a little bit with that one car there. From Jag, we don't really have many options available here. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we need to have something that can have a ton of horsepower, which is also the big boy engine, the engine that allows you to have 1750 horsepower, and needs to be heavy. So I'm trying to look for different types of vehicles that we can possibly use for these. There's not really much. Maybe the Defender could be an option. Should we try to give this thing a shot just for a laugh to see how quick I can make this thing? I'm not entirely sure what engine swaps we have available for this thing. Oh no, we have the engine swaps available for it. We have the racing vehicle. Oh, we don't have the. Do we have the proper one? I don't know if we don't have the proper one that gives us 1,750 horsepower. How much power are we squeezing out with this thing, though? 1,200. We're at 725. Interesting. And then once you put the tires on it, obviously it's gonna jump it up into S1. Very interesting. So we can't actually do a lot with this thing. So that's the thing, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a bunch of cars that we can actually use and a bunch of cars that we can't really use. Unless a rear-wheel drive swap this thing, can we actually do that? Yeah, that doesn't really do too much. But the looks of this, it doesn't do much at all. But if you want to be competitive with it, I mean, like even just slightly lower on power doesn't seem to be doing too well here. Like 600 horsepower is just not enough. Like these cars are slow, or this is slow for what it is. So I don't think the Defender could work. That's what I'm saying. Like we need to pick something heavy, and that's why people are picking the van. Like this is too old. Beetles are too old. Scirocco's too it's too small. Yeah, I think from all of the cars that we can pick from this game, I don't think there's a lot of options that we have available to be able to go into this competition with. If you want to be like ultra competitive. Yep. What if you pick something like this? What would this be like? Oh my god. What? We need to drop this all the way down. 773. Ooh, this could be interesting. I picked the Ram just for a laugh, just to see. It does have the engine option. How does it go up? Because we're making it lighter. That's crazy that this thing actually goes up. Oh, 765. We're adding weight to this thing. This is just not going to be fast at all. I guarantee it. It's going to be so slow. We don't really have anything else available. Okay. Oh my god. I want to see how quick this is going to be. It's going to be so bad. There's 751. Okay, 750. There we go. We made it. We got it into class. We have a race transmission though. Clutch, we can probably get rid of the clutch and just go manual with clutch for this. We definitely need the diff, so I'm gonna buy that. I don't even know what else to buy for this thing. Actually, suspension could be very useful. You can try to build something with the suspension. If we try with this thing, it's so heavy. Oh my god, it's like 3.4 tons. How is this the same as the GMC? How is this the same as that van? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try and see if I can figure out tune for this thing. This thing is gonna be so bad. I can already tell. It's really, really slow. It's so slow. I wonder if we just bring it back on the standard tires. I also need to change my transmission settings since these are way too stretched out. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this thing and see what sort of time we can squeeze out with it. Where is it? There you go. There's a shortcode, by the way, if you want to try it for yourselves. And give it a shot. That's the shortcode for the map itself. Oh my god. That is so jokes. How much weight this thing has is crazy. We added even more weight to it. Manual with clutch as well. Alright, I need to mess with my transmission. Alright, let's hit it and see what happens. I only changed my final drive. We need to have like a baseline. It is so slow. Oh my god. 10-second run. Wow. The Scout did it in like 9.4. I got like 9.3 something at one point with it. This is really slow. There's not much we can do with it though. In terms of acceleration wise. It's just way too much. It is the correct idea, but it just weighs way too much. You know what the issue is? It's way too aerodynamic. That's why the van works really well, I think, because it's got aerodynamics of a brick. It's literally just a big square brick. I'm trying to look at like other options that we can probably pick. You know, that we can maybe have cars that do runs without going on the drag tires. You know what I mean? So if you can have something that's like all-wheel drive, because that's what my Scout was like, and I was doing like 9s, like 9 point something, without even being on drag tires. You know, it was eventually just picking up speed and going. So that's what I'm thinking. See, these are a bit too slow. So I'm thinking, can we pick something that we can put that engine in, but doesn't really, you know, matter about the tire grip. That is the option here. Like, how fast or slow is this thing? This little Mitsubishi Evo thing. On these tires, for example, can we just go do that? Okay. Trying to look at options that we can probably change for this thing. I'm pretty sure like we have, when I ended up building this thing, I remember I was obviously building this thing not for this, but yeah, we could probably do that. So you can see the stats for this thing now are very, very strange. But what if I just run it like this? 742 horsepower, weighs under 2 tons. Surely the acceleration isn't going to be that bad on this thing. Pretty sure everything else is race spec on this thing. So, yeah. I don't know, I just built this thing. I don't even know what I built this thing for, to be honest with you, at the time, when I was driving it. Oh, I don't think I built it for anything, because nothing's changed. Like, my suspension and setup, like, nothing's changed there. And the tires are as soft as possible. Did I build it for rock crawling? I might have. I think I might have just built this thing for rock crawling. Anyway, let's do stuff to it, and see what we can do with this car. Alright, let's have a look if lower horsepower is the way to go here. I don't think it is, but let's just try it anyway. We can have a look. Same sort of setup as before in terms of controller settings, so manual clutch and all that. For a 700 horsepower vehicle, this is slow. Oh my god, it's slow. That is awfully slow. That is really, really slow. It doesn't pull like the way it's supposed to. It just feels so sluggish. Ooh. This could be interesting. It's a 763 though. Oh my god, we go rear wheel drive and it absolutely drops the class down. What about if we change tire compound? 787. Oh. 792. Oh, it's over. 787 is a massive jump. It is a massive jump. I don't know what else we can, like, 786. I don't know what else we can really do to this thing. Can we add more weight? Imagine we go around adding more weight. Still 786. It's like not changing. But the launch is at 10 though. This is what we want. This is the type of vehicle that we really need. Is there anything that we can do to make it add even more weight? 773? No, I think that's it. Man, from all-wheel drive to that is not that much of a difference. Like, the tires are the biggest culprit here. At 772. 771. Can we go like really heavy wheels, maybe? Anything heavier? 771 is it. Oh, this would have been fast as well. Should we just try it anyway? I'm just gonna do a run with it anyway. But it's just it's outclassed. It's like 21 points higher than what it needs to be. That's why this thing being at 750 makes it so interesting. So it's pretty mad. I really don't know how, like, I'm gonna try and build this thing some way, shape or form, but we'll see what it's like. Alright, I'm gonna try and build this thing up to something, hopefully we can get it to be really fast. Alright, I just want to do a run or two in it, just to see what it's capable of. If this was slightly lower in class, I think this could possibly be a really good one. Because the power and weight looks crazy good on it. Let's see. I still haven't tuned my transmission properly though. Oh yeah, my transmission's dog. My transmission's dog. That launch was horrific. I need to change that. But apart from that, actually, it's down into the 9.6s. That's funny. It's a little better. Not that much better. Still the 9.5 range. Oh god. Alright, let's actually do this properly and actually figure out a car that's actually worth it going around doing this with. Okay, I'm just gonna try it. We'll take out the GMC and see what happens. See what we can do out of this little van here. This is apparently one of the better ones that we can try and mess around with. So we obviously have to put this engine in it. It's still in D-Class with the engine in it. All-wheel drive immediately jumps it up by a ton. I want to go and see, and put the tires on it and then see what changes. Class-wise. 760 in the class. Which is pretty mad. 760 in class is pretty crazy. What can we do? Put some big old heavy wheels on it, surely. Oh, I guess these ones are the heaviest that we can put on. There's nothing really else that's heavier. Okay, that's fair enough. Do this for 759. No? Still... Oh, 761 if we do that. Okay, so we'll leave those ones alone. What else can we really do to this thing? 759 still there. Adding the wing on it should drop it, no? 761, really? Usually when you add a wing on the cars, it gets rid of top speed and makes it even slower. Transmission, can we put... Oh, pretty much any... Oh, 753? Oh, but this is just a sports one. The only problem with the sports one is that we can't actually tune it. We can't do anything to it. Rear-wheel drive, or all-wheel drive, immediately jumps this up as well. At 753, what can we really do at 753? Is there any other changes? I don't know if there's any other changes that we can add to this thing to make it worse. If we can drop this thing down below below 750, you know? Pretty much anything that we do to it makes it jump up even higher. I actually do wonder, how do you even get this thing to drop down below 750? What have people done to this thing to get it to drop down below 750? That's very strange. There's definitely something that I'm missing out on here, and I just cannot figure it out. Maybe no drag tires on it? Obviously all of these will bring it up. Any sort of suspension changes? Very, very strange. I don't know how they're actually able to drop this thing below 750. Okay, 753. Where we're at with this thing. Go back to the stock suspension. Okay, what if I put the... what if I do that? Because we don't technically need those anymore. 746. Okay, that's fine. We'll probably give this thing back some heavy wheels. Actually, we just go back to stock ones because they're heavy. We're 745, 744 now. Okay. Okay. It's looking a little better. We can do this and change our weight. Oh, immediately jump to 755. Oh, that sucks. There's nothing else that we can really do. I can put the sports transmission just so we can adjust settings, but that's about it. I don't really think there's anything else we can really change on it. Any sort of lightness mods pretty much now, I guess, because there's nothing really else I can think of to do to this thing to actually be able to get it to what I want it to. I guess just brings it to 745. Interesting. Interesting. 748. Wait, is the power now max? Yeah, 1515. 748. We already have... Wait, we don't have a suspension setup, but... Oh, we can buy a suspension setup. Oh, we can buy the sports one at least. Sports one is just... I think we should be fine with that. Anything else that we add onto this thing? Alright, we'll try it like this. I don't think this is going to work out too well, but we'll try it like this. It's a lot more power, though. It's a lot more power. Obviously, it's a little bit more weight, but it's a lot more power than what we've had the last time. It's also rear-wheel drive as well, by the way. That's one thing that I forgot to mention. I had the rear-wheel drive swap this thing. I think with all-wheel drive, it automatically jumps this thing way up into, I think into S1 as well. So, let's try it out like this. These are the stats for this thing. Let's see what we're actually capable of doing with this massive engine. It's my first run, and it's also on sports transmission, so the only thing we can change is really the final drive. So let's see. Let's see if I can get the launch to be really good. 10 seconds. I actually short my gear ratios even more. Alright, typical. My game crashed. But I came back and I changed some settings. And now we're much lighter than before. I don't know how I managed to do a bunch of that. But we're now a lot lighter than we were before. So, this should be an interesting one. I think the biggest issue that we're going to have with this thing is actually launching it. Oh my god, it pops wheelies. It actually pops wheelies. That is quite funny. Okay, let's try and see if we can get a little bit closer to the 9-second mark. It's the launch of this thing. This is gonna be horrific, I think. We need to figure out a way to drive this thing properly. I think we can get it even lighter than this. I think the last from the Discord got it even lighter. Oh, that's still slow, man. That is still very slow. There's definitely something or a way to do this where it hooks up a lot better. The thing is though, as soon as we start upgrading the transmission for it, it's over. Like it just jacks up the class of the car way too high up. It's a little quicker, but not quick enough. 9.5. I mean, we're at the point where it was very close to the Scout. That's so mad that the Scout can actually do this with stock tires, though. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? On stock tires, it's able to do this. I'm a little bit tempted to try and... That's not bad. I'm a little bit tempted to try and go back on stock tires and see if that's capable of doing that. That's even slower. Okay. I have gone down to 2121 now in weight, which is good. And I also put the street transmission in it. So we can actually do some adjustability with the transmission. That's about all I think we can do. Alright. Let's send her. Let's send her and see what happens. I think again the launch is gonna be the worst part of this whole thing. I did change my gear ratios so they're a lot shorter than what they were before. So let's see if I'm capable of doing lower 9s. So with that terrible transmission at the very beginning, I managed to get, what was it, 9.5. Can we try and squeeze this slightly faster time? Hopefully. Our launch was ass. That does feel better. That does feel a lot better. Stock suspension is so funny. This stock suspension is the funniest thing though. Okay. Is there a possibility where I could get the launch just right? That's not too bad. Okay, that's not terrible. That's not terrible. It's still not great, but it's not terrible. Okay, what if I stretch it out and just use 3 gears instead of 4? Is that better? Let's try that out. Maybe not. It's actually quite a lot cleaner. It's actually quite a lot cleaner. The launch is still funny because it launches to the side. What is going on with my car? It's bugged. I've bugged out my car. Watch this. Did you see what that class was? Right? We're at 750. Look at our power and weight. 1515, 2139 kg. Right? Because I put the original wheels back on it. I back out, install setup, and it's making my car lighter. I'm sorry, what? The only thing that I changed is I ended up changing my my clutch. I ended up giving it a clutch, so we can have some better traction. Bro, what is going on? I don't know what to do now. It's fully just bugged out. That is not it. Game, what are you doing to me? See, now it changes to the correct weight. I'm so confused. I'm genuinely so confused. It's finally done it correctly. Okay, I want to try and see if the clutch actually helps. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's try it out now. That took so long to try and figure out. Because it just wasn't showing the correct figures for the car. It was bringing it up into 751. It was bringing it up into 751. I just wanted to upgrade my clutch. And it just wasn't letting me do it correctly. Alright, let's see. Because one of the biggest issues that I have right now is changing gears quickly. Okay, gear changes are much better this time around. It's still slow. It's still slow. The launch absolutely ruins it. The launch ruins this thing so much. Unless I somehow, like, lift off a little bit. Unless I don't go full pelt at the start. Maybe that can help it. Or do we go really short gear ratios, maybe? Maybe can we prevent this from happening? Do I just early change it to second? It's like popping a wheelie after a wheelie. Yeah, it's slow. I don't have the beans to try and make it faster. But that's about as fast as you can get it. I mean, it was at 9.5 that I managed to get to. That was the quickest that I've seen. See, trying to maybe upgrade the suspension on this thing. Should we try that, maybe? I feel like the only way we do that, though, is we need to try and get rid of some, or we need to add more weight back on it, right? There's nothing else that we can really change on this thing unless we add weight back on it. And I don't think there's anything else that we can really add weight with unless we just do the weight reduction, or we get rid of some of the weight reduction that we've done so far. Because apart from that, changing my suspension setup immediately jumps it up in class. Even with the standard street one, immediately just jumps it up in class. Unless there's some way, shape, or form we can do this. So put the off-road ones in. Now that adds stability. Put the off-road ones in. And can we get rid of the clutch? Can we prevent this thing now from doing wheelies and actually not lifting? Alright, let's try it out. Let's try it out the suspension now. It shouldn't pop wheelies. Went back to 3-speed as well. It's actually, it feels much easier to drive though, this time around. It feels so much better to drive. I still don't have the adjustability of, you know, a custom transmission, so I can just do whatever I want. I'm trying something, I want to see if it works. Oh god, no. Change gears way too quickly. I'm trying to see if I can just extend it so first gear does a much better launch. But now my gear ratios are really, really long. Oh, it is a little better. What in the world is going on? What happened? What is with this? It's like my lights meeting the lights of the actual. What? I'll go back to that lamp. Why does my shadow look like that? Oh, it seems fine now. What? What was that about? That felt so weird. Alright, anyway, well, I guess that's it from me. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Yeah, if you've decided to take part in this competition, then obviously let me know how you did, how you got on, what car you ended up using. But yeah, this is pretty much one of the better cars, I guess, for this challenge. There's probably a few other ones where, like I said, you can probably go with the stock tires, but yeah, I mean, there's quite a lot of things that you need to learn and doing all that sort of stuff if you just try it out for the first time, especially the stock tire one. Launching it and trying to do a lot of throttle control with that is definitely needed. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.